In 1939, Thurber created a charming picture book for his daughter called The Last Flower. It's a favorite among Thurber enthusiasts, and while we can't show you the pictures, we think the poetic tale can stand alone. The Last Flower, a parable in pictures by James Thurber, for Rosemary and the wistful hope that her world will be better than mine.
World War XII, as everybody knows, brought about the collapse of civilization. Towns, cities, and villages disappeared from the earth.
All the groves and forests disappeared.
And all the gardens.
And all the works of art.
Men, women, and children became lower than the lower animals.
Discouraged and disillusioned, dogs deserted their fallen masters.
Emboldened by the pitiful condition of the former lords of the earth, rabbits descended on them.
Books, paintings, and music disappeared from the earth, and human beings just sat around doing nothing.
Years and years went by. Even the few generals who were left forgot what the last war had decided.
Boys and girls grew up to stare at each other blankly, for love had passed from the earth.
One day a young girl, who had never seen a flower, chanced to come upon the last one in the world. She told the other human beings that the last flower was dying.
The only one who paid any attention was a young man she found wandering about.
Together the young man and the girl nurtured the flower, and it began to live again.
One day a bee visited the flower, and a hummingbird. Before long there were 2 flowers, and then 4, and then a great many.
Groves and forests flourished again.
The young girl began to take an interest in how she looked.
The young man discovered that touching a girl was pleasurable.
Love was reborn in the world.
Their children grew up strong and healthy and learned to run and laugh.
Dogs came out of their exile.
The young man discovered, by putting one stone upon another, how to build a shelter.
Pretty soon everybody was building shelters. Towns, cities, and villages sprang up.
Song came back into the world, and troubadours and jugglers.
And tailors and cobblers.
And painters and poets.
And sculptors and wheelwrights.
And soldiers.
And lieutenants and captains.
And generals and major generals.
And liberators.
Some people went one place to live and some another.
Before long, those who went to live in the valleys wished they had gone to live in the hills.
And those who had gone to live in the hills wished they had gone to live in the valleys.
The liberators, under the guidance of God, set fire to the discontent.
So presently the world was at war again.
This time, the destruction was so complete that nothing at all was left in the world.
Except one man.
And one woman.
And one flower.
And finally, we have just a few more thoughts from James Thurber.
James Thurber said, Columbus is a town in which almost anything is likely to happen, and in which almost everything has.
And he said, if I have any beliefs about immortality, it is that certain dogs I have known will go to heaven, and very, very few persons.
He also said, progress was all right, except it went on too long.
All men, Thurber said, should strive to learn before they die what they are running from, and to, and why.
He who hesitates is sometimes saved.
We all have faults, except mine is being wicked.
I think that maybe if women and children were in charge, we would get somewhere.
Love is what you've been through with someone.
It is better to know some of the questions than all of the answers.
James Thurber said, it is a great moment for an Ohio writer living far from home when he realizes that he has not been forgotten by the state he can't forget. My books prove that I am never very far away from Ohio in my thoughts, and that the clocks that strike in my dreams are often the clocks of Columbus.
I would just like you each to introduce yourself. I'm Sue Campbell, no relation to Harry Campbell. We just found each other. James Thurber.
Paul Watkins, friends of the library.
And I'm Bruce Campbell, Harry.
I'm James Roberts.
I'm Pat Wynn Brown.
Thank you all so much.